Yo, man, are we on YouTube Live, man, or what?
Facebook Live.
Ready?
Ready.
If I were a Democrat and I were so inclined, well, I'd shower with the girls, because, you know, those woke girls wouldn't mind. But if a MAGA girl should complain about my naked splendor, I'd say, ta-ta, honey, I'm transgender. Are you confused about your sexuality? Well, then the Army is the place for you to be. You can go march against that white supremacy and get your gender reassignment absolutely free. Do you have imposter syndrome and phobias that plague you every day? Well, you are the perfect fit for the CIA. Would you like to change the world and have a communistic bent? We want you deep in the government.
We're about to meet some fine, mighty folk that I dearly heart.
Fuck masks.
We're back, and what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica. So I'm Hispanic myself, and how do you think Hispanics view the mandates and the vaccines?
We don't like them, but unfortunately, our gente, our people, we're quiet. We like to be left alone. We like to mind our business, pay our taxes, and be left alone. So I'm here to represent the Latino community standing against these mandates. We don't want them. We don't believe, the government should be forcing us or telling us what's best for ourselves and our bodies. And I also want to outreach to the other Latinos to maybe, have them come out and join us in this fight. This is a collective fight between, blacks, whites, Latinos, what have you. This is all of us together, we the people, fighting against these mandates that are unconstitutional. And that's kind of where I stand.
So I am standing for the democracy for Iranian and Afghani people,
And with somebody that doesn't know about it, what's going on with Afghanistan and Iran?
Oh, give me the second. Let me just give you the little bit background
Yes.
of my situation. 1978, I came to this country to finish my education. Going back, 1979 was the revolution, so-called revolution in Iran, okay? And by 1980, my sister was executed because she was a women's rights activist, and my youngest brother was 5 years in political prisoner. And from that time, I was a student at the student there and Metropolitan. I put the literature to educate the student about my country, what's going on.
Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon!
Like, when did you start the organization? How did you start it? Is it like crazy having such great support?
So I actually started this organization with Lauren Jennings, and she's around here somewhere. This was actually her baby, and she started it, and she was like, Linda, you got to help me with this. And I was like, absolutely, I am on board. And we had no idea that we would be able to have such an impact. It initially started as, a way for people to connect. But now that we see that we're able to get resources to people and really help people out there in the community and help people get candidates, understand like what are the candidates about, how do I make changes at my school boards, things like that. It's been huge.
How's everybody doing today? I'm gonna ask one thing of everybody. When I say what do you want, you're gonna say freedom, and I wanna hear it loud. What do you want? There we go. Just so you guys know, my name's Ryan McGonigal. I am running for Congress, District 4 in Colorado. Regardless of that, there's some things I wanna say about this. The government needs to be restructured and taken apart piece by piece, so that way we can rebuild it into a government that takes care of the people instead of trying to control the people. What do we want? Freedom! Do we wanna be told what to put in our bodies? No, because we want the ability to make our own decisions. A government shouldn't tell you what to do. A government needs to educate you, needs to give you the best resources possible, so that way you can make an informed decision on your own.
And then there's like a conspiracy theory about like things being inside the mask, like the own mask. Do you think that that's a big cause for acne and like aging and wrinkles?
Yeah, I mean, how could something with all the bacteria that comes from sweating not cause that? I've experienced it too. I work at a gym. When I had to wear a mask while working out, it seemed so obvious that it was harmful. And yeah, I've seen studies where people have it tested, and what comes back on it is just absolutely foul.
What came back on the test?
I don't remember the names of the bacterias, but it just, so many of them.
Fuck yeah!
Hello. Are you trying to get interviewed for the event? Are you part of the Colorado Freedom of Choice?
I'm a sovereign being, and I choose freedom and not mandates. I choose body sovereignty. I choose to be aware of what's going on, and I choose to stand up for our liberties and our Constitution and for being an American citizen.
Why do you think our current government is pushing the vaccine so hard?
Because it's part of a greater global reset. So you have the sorry,
No, you're good. Take it.
Free. Snaps. High five, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, wait, you want one for football?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your favorite football team?
I don't watch football anymore, man. Ever since they started kneeling for my flag, I go, big, okay, okay. Football has gone gay, and with rainbows they will play on the old gridiron. Big burly men who like to stick it in the other guy's end zone. What do you think, man?
And have you had a success of getting more Latinos out here?
I have. I've actually, my own family members and friends in my own community. I have several Latino and Mexican friends here, and we're all just together in this fight to stop the mandates.
And how'd you find out about this event today?
I'm actually on the board for Colorado Choice of Freedom and for the Latino division, and so I helped put together this event.
Okay.
Fire Fauci! Fire Fauci! Fire Fauci! Fire Fauci! Fire Fauci! All right. What about Joe Biden's a liar? Can we talk about that? What do you think? I can't hear. Okay, what about Joe? No more votes? No more votes? Joe's gotta go! 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 Joe's gotta go!
And right now, 42 years that country under hand of the Taliban. This is the father of the Taliban. This is the situation with the Iranian people under the Taliban for 42 years. And Afghanistan situation is last 2-3 months. You can see what's going on over there. All those problems we have in Middle East because of what? Because of this book. This is the book causing that problem. That book wrote it in 1400 years ago. This book is the Quran, and that is what you call it, is anti-freedom, anti-democracy, anti-everything, anti-women's rights, the child abuse, to selling those kids, 9 years girl, to the old man and stuff, and this is the book. They are practicing it. This is the Taliban, task study of this book. This is the whole situation, in Middle East.
And for the people who don't know anything about the organization, how have you helped communities and how do you give back?
So we just started recently, and really we've only been around for a couple of months. So we bring resources to people for if they've lost their jobs because of the for the vaccine mandates. We can help them locate a new job. We are making sure that they're getting in touch with the right candidates that are in their districts. We haven't done a lot of community outreach. We're working on that portion of it. So we're trying to figure out how do we best serve everyone here.
What do we want? One thing that I do want to say about the government is that I am tired of it. They are violating Articles 9 and 10 of the Constitution, both saying that we have rights that exist outside of the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. If they violate those, that in itself justifies us that we have to do something to change the government fundamentally. If I win Congress, that's fine. I'm going to take apart the government. If I don't win Congress, that's fine. I'm still going to work to take apart the government. It needs to come down. And one thing I want to say is that when President Biden steps in front of the camera and says his patience is wearing thin, my answer to him is, what are you going to do about it? Because you're a coward. What do we want?
And did the mask bring you any health issues, you personally?
Me personally, maybe anxiety. It made me feel trapped and claustrophobic and just overwhelmed with just the state of the consciousness of the collective, because it's socially, to not see half someone's face, especially kids who are growing up only seeing half the face, it's damaging.
Yeah. And you think that's like a bigger reason on why anxiety is existing right now because of the mask?
Yeah, and fear. People don't know what's happening and they're scared, yeah.
Good luck to her, for sure. I'm dispensing some serious hopium today. I'm going to start out with what it says in OSHA contract right now. A worker is not required to participate in a prescribed medical surveillance program unless the worker consents to do so. That's in our OSHA law right now. So I work for the King Soopers warehouse for Windigo Logistics, and there's about 220 Teamsters in there. I got 168 signatures in just 4 days. That's to put the language in the contract that says the company will not require, as a condition of employment, that a union member be vaccinated against any pandemic. We ratified this a week and a half ago. So if I can do this, you can do this. We all need to stand up and do this. There's three types of people, I'm sure you know what they are. Those who make things happen, those who wonder what happened, and those who watch what happened. You know which one you want to be, so do it. Be brave.
So you have Davos, you have the world leaders that are all pushing for one thing. This is all globally controlled. The only thing that's stopping them is us. You only have the people. That's why we're standing up.
What do you think people should do besides attending events like this?
Talk to your congressmen, talk to your politicians, use your voice, stand up, march, say something, do something before it's too late, because they're going to silence our media, which they already are. So speak up before it's too late. We have it in our Constitution to use our voice. We, the people, is what it's all about. That's what we need to know. We, the people. That's why we're doing this. Look at Australia. If you've seen Australia, it's messed up. I want to use other words, but I'm on a camera right now, so yeah.
I really appreciate every single one of you guys coming out here today. And if you guys live in District 4, get with me after this. I want to meet all of you, and I want to talk to every single one of you, because I want freedom for my kids. If my kids are going to be required to take a vaccine, that's going to make me unemployed, and that's the line that I'm going to draw. When that happens, I'm not going to sit at home and do nothing. I'm going to go to D.C., and I'm going to sit in front of the White House, and I don't care if there's gates in the way. I'm going to make a change. Because what do we want? And what do we got to do to get it? We have to fight for it. I'm not saying that I want to do something that's going to harm somebody, because violence is the last thing that anybody wants. But the thing is I'm going to draw that line, and I'm going to give them a choice.
And how big was your group of people that you were able to bring out here?
Today, unfortunately, everybody's busy with family and the game and whatever, so I only brought 3 people with me today. At the last rally, I had 18, Latinos, and we expect the next rally, we'll do it during the weekday and probably after hours, and expect hopefully a bunch more of our people here to join us in this fight.
And all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling.
Beautiful.
It's called slam poetry, man.
Is there anywhere we can find your poetry? Do you post it online or anything you like to shout out real quick?
You know what? No, I don't. I don't do social media. I come to things like this. Have you guys put it online for me, man? You guys are the digital warriors. I'm an old school guy, man. Back when, well, I like a little more Leave It to Beaver and a little less what we going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You know. So that's just what I say. Pluck Joe Biden out of the White House and put Trump back in, and that would be a win-win-win. You know?
Do you think Trump's gonna try to be president again for the next election?
Where do you find? Where does truth lie, man? I mean, here's the whole thing, man. I mean, you can go to Q over here and go, geez, Q says this was gonna happen. You can go, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I mean, does it take a revolution? I have no idea. You know, what's it going to take, man? Is it going to take dead people in the streets? I have no idea. Is it going to take finally an awakening? And when we're all starving to death going, oh, God, man. And then maybe we'll finally wake up, you know. Maybe we'll finally wake up. Oh, here's a fun one.
body, my choice.
Oh, did you seen that one? I my 2 weeks to slow the spread. Now I'm not buying the lies I've been fed. It's my body, it's my choice. Now it's time to raise our voice. So hell no, get this straight. Don't comply with the tyrant's mandate. You know, this is now, man. This is now. You know, I mean, there you go.
That's a choice. I'm gonna give them the choice to do the right thing, and if they don't, I'm gonna have you guys. I'm gonna have American patriots on my back, helping me out. And if you're not gonna stand behind me, you're gonna be in the way, and you're gonna make sure that you're gonna feel what freedom feels like. Because what do we want? Freedom! Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and then I also heard that there's like tracking devices in the vaccines. Is that true?
I can't confirm for certain. I have my own theories, but nanoparticles are quite small. It is not far out there to assume they're putting them in there. I personally believe yes.